Fucking hell.
Matter the noisemakers, doesn't matter those who are calling us names, defend the police officers, or all the police officers who did a very good job yesterday. You have my full support, 100%. Even if you need a lawyer or you need anything, you have my back, and you have the back of this ministry, and I have your back actually, and I have your back, and the ministry has your back, and the government has your back. If you are a police officer and you are being threatened with some character saying that you committed any excesses, there is no police officer who committed any excess yesterday. Police officers foiled a coup, and they deserve our defense. They don't carry guns as toys. When you threaten a police officer...
Welcome back to AfriFreedomChannel, where we bring you deep, unfiltered analysis of Africa's most pressing political realities. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss vital updates that the mainstream won't show you. Disclaimer. This video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. What we are witnessing in Kenya right now is more than just a protest. It is a generational cry, a revolt against decades of corruption, deception, and disregard for the suffering of the people. Kenya youth, particularly Gen Z, have taken to the streets in historic numbers, demanding not only that President William Ruto resigns, but that an entire system of exploitation be dismantled. But ask yourself, what drives young people, barely out of school, to face live bullets just to be heard? Why must Africans always bleed before they're believed? In a bold display of unity and courage, thousands of Kenyan protesters marched towards parliament, forcing senators, elected representatives of the people, to flee their chambers. This moment is symbolic. It shows that power no longer resides in suits behind polished desks, but in the streets where the people stand shoulder to shoulder, refusing to be silenced. If lawmakers are running away from the very citizens who put them in office, what does that say about the legitimacy of their governance? When leaders are afraid of the people, is that not a sign of a collapsing democracy? But as the people marched, the state responded with chilling brutality. 16 young, unarmed Kenyans were gunned down by police. According to
Fucking hell.
CS Makaman, not a single officer acted in excess. Instead, he claimed they had folded a coup. This attempt to frame peaceful demonstrations as treasonous only reveals how detached the government has become from the lived realities of its citizens. What kind of leadership celebrates the murder of its youth?
Doesn't matter the noisemakers, doesn't matter those who are calling us names, defend the police officers, or all the police officers who did a very good job yesterday. You have my full support, 100%. Even if you need a lawyer or you need anything, you have my back, and you have the back of this ministry, and I have your back actually, and I have your back, and the ministry has your back, and the government has your back. If you are a police officer and you are being threatened with some character saying that you committed any excesses, there is no police officer who committed any excess yesterday. Police officers foiled a coup, and they deserve our defense. They don't carry guns as toys. When you threaten a police officer, you want to kill them. When you target an armory in a police station, when you steal guns, when you ban guns, when you ban a police station, you want us to celebrate you and bring you a birthday cake. We must be serious as a country.
What's more devastating is the normalization of state violence. Police officers have now reportedly been given orders to shoot to kill. This is no longer about crowd control, it's about instilling fear, crushing hope, then sending a message: dissent will be punished with death. How did we arrive at a point where demanding accountability is a death sentence? Can a nation truly claim to be democratic when it treats its youth as enemies of the state? But Kenya is not alone. Across Africa, millions are watching. From Nigeria to Congo, from Zimbabwe to Cameroon, and especially in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, people understand this struggle. These are not isolated cries, they are echoes of a continental awakening. The African people are tired of leaders who enrich themselves while the masses drown in poverty and despair. Will Kenya's uprising be the spark that ignites a broader African revolution? Or will it be another chapter in the long history of sacrificed hope? The courage we are seeing in Nairobi today draws from the same spirit that fuels the revolutionary efforts in Sahelian countries. Leaders like Captain Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso are choosing liberation over puppetry, dignity over dependency. That energy is now manifesting on the streets of Kenya, and it cannot be ignored. Could this be Africa's moment of rebirth? Are we witnessing the rise of a new generation that will no longer accept betrayal as governance? This is more than politics, this is the pulse of a generation refusing to be erased. The world is watching, but more importantly, Africa is watching. Kenya's Gen Z have made their choice clear: they would rather die standing than live on their knees. That kind of courage demands not just respect, but action. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe this movement will lead to lasting change? Can the African youth finally reclaim the continent's destiny? Stay tuned to AfriFreedom Channel for more honest, fearless, and uncompromising coverage. We are not just telling the story, we are part of it. Never forget, the fire of a people's hope can never be extinguished.